Hey everyone, welcome to this daily Sidereal Astrology forecast for Tuesday, March 17th, 2020. All right, so another very simple day in the astrology here today. We do have the moon shifting into expansive Sagittarius, so it could be a good day of expanding our perception on things, opening our mind, and maybe doing things like philosophy, religion, spirituality, anything that does, again, expand those perceptions. Also really good for adventurousness and anything that requires that free-spirited energy. So with this, no major aspects here exact, but of course we do still have the sun in Pisces, watery Pisces, which means a larger context, as has been for almost a week now, that of deep water energy. It's still good to focus on life through the lens of what's important to us on a soul level, how we can have more acceptance in our life. It supports things like rest, spirituality, anything that leads to greater peace in life. And so today we're in the third quarter phase, which is a good time to now integrate these two very different energies. The free-spirited energy of Sag, or open-minded energy, and the receptive energy and accepting energies of Pisces. All right, so let's take a look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, so here's the sky for this Tuesday. And again, we are using the actual signs of the constellations called true sidereal astrology. This does change the signs from mainstream astrology, so if you are new to the channel, definitely check out that link down below for more information. All right, so let's take a look here at the moon's placement. The moon is going to be transiting through Sagittarius here today and tomorrow. And then tomorrow going over the stellium that we have that's activating things in Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, the centaur, is the side of life that is about expanding our perceptions. It's a great day for thinking big, being open-minded to new perceptions on life in general. And for this reason, good for things like philosophy, abstract thoughts, and also really good for expanding our physical horizons. Sagittarius, through things like travel or adventure or anything in the more free-spirited realms, also helps us open our minds and expand our perceptions. So really good to cultivate this energy, especially since we have so much going on collectively involving these foreign affairs, international things. Some of us travel, and most fundamentally, our perceptions of the world are really changing right now with all these planets here. So the moon, good to further develop these, expanding of our perceptions in healthy and conscious ways here today. So with this, we do have the sun in receptive Pisces, which has been about a week now. And so this is the focus on life through the lens of the receptive lens. The sun in Pisces is a great time of focusing on life through the lens of what is important to us on a soul level. How can we have more peace and acceptance into our life and cultivate more of this receptive approach? So really good for things like some rest or going with the flow a bit, listening to our intuition, doing spiritual activities. It also very much favors imagination. So in those creative fields or creative hobbies that we have that require imagination, that's an excellent time for that. Or again, intuition, this kind of deep water energy. So great to be focused on life in this way with the sun in Pisces. So we are in the third quarter phase, which means that the sun and moon are in a square and that they're in very different constellations in this case. And, it's a good time of integrating things. So anything that's shifted in your life since over the past week when we had that full moon, it's a great time of seeing how we can challenge ourselves now this part of the week to integrate these things, to challenge ourselves to maybe buckle down with some of these things, maybe take some actions, some intentions. It's a very grounding, or at least good time to ground these shifts of perspective that usually come in from the full moon energy. And the fact that these are very different constellations will play a role as well. We have this theme around expanding our perception, which is the fire energy, the free-spirited and abstract energies of Sag. But that fire is very different from this water, where we have the sun, which is more about peace and receptivity and intuition. And so the challenge here today is how can we cultivate this expanding of our perception while at the same time being present and really accepting things for how they are. Sagittarius can give us some potentials, some inspirations, some of that fire. But again, yes, maintaining that acceptance, being present, and that spiritual receptive approach, really good. So anything we could do to integrate both the water and fire today in this sort of context makes it an excellent way of working with the day. So no major aspects going exact here today, just some minor lunar ones. We'll have the moon trining up to Venus, the later part for most of us. And so this can give a little bit of synergy in our relationships and one-on-one connections, which right now are in Aries, Venus in Aries, which is more of a theme around taking initiative. So it's a really good time of connecting in our relationships that's maybe in a way that's direct, maybe active, independent, assertive, or initiating. And so that's supportive here today with that. And all in all, just valuing things, on this level. Venus does represent what we value. So it could be a good day of enjoying maybe some of this initiating or direct kind of energy with Aries. But again, on a minor note with that. And then also in the very later part of the day, we will have the moon sextiling up to Neptune, which could give a little bit of more attunement to that Piscean kind of energy, a little bit easier with that Piscean energy, just an opening for a bit of receptivity or rest or spirituality, whatever that Piscean energy is about. All right, everyone, so that's the day in a nutshell. Most important thing is, again, integration between the water and fire, receptive and expansive elements of ourselves and of life. And in this case, the theme centered around expanding our perceptions today, as it has been in a yearly sense, but getting activated here today and tomorrow of how we can, really open our minds to potentials, see the power of our belief systems, and, maybe cultivate some of our abstract mind to do things like spirituality, astrology, anything that is more on that abstract realm, really supportive, or adventurous realm, of course. All right, so everyone have a fantastic day. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the next daily forecast. Take care.